Hey guys, welcome to Sports Talk. My name is Justin Murphy. I'm a live reporter for The Signal. I'm going to be your moderator for the Sports Talk podcast today. Today we're going to talk about Super Bowl 52, the key moments, our reactions from it, halftime show, of course, and some interesting commercials that we thought of. So my name is Justin Murphy. Like I said, I'm a live reporter for The Signal, and I'm a communications major. And I've got a great cast of crew here today, so why don't we go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's up, everybody? The name's Troylon Griffin II. I am the assistant editor of the Signal newspaper. I am proud to be here to talk about all things Super Bowl, including my boy Justin Timberlake. Woohoo!
My name is Izuh Ikpeama. I'm a live reporter for The Signal, and I'm also the vice president of administration for the Student Government Association. And what Justin forgot to let y'all know is that he's the student body president of University of Houston Clear Lake. So that's a big deal.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we can go ahead and just jump into it. So first and foremost, the Philadelphia Eagles won their first Super Bowl in history, beating the New England Patriots, which I think all of us here are happy about.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, like, I'm always more interested in who will win rather than saying I want this person to win and stuff. But I would say that when the Eagles did win, I was happy for all those Patriot haters out there. I was relieved that they could be free of all their tension and stuff since they hate the Patriots so much. No offense, Patriots, but
yeah, I think it's fair to mention the Patriot haters. I would classify myself as one of them. I think Izuh would as well. Izuh's watching the Super Bowl like, Patriots still losing? All right, we're good.
Wow, I guess I'm the only one that's just a little bit indifferent.
I wasn't very invested, but I was invested in the loss of the Patriots. So.
All right, so I guess we can go ahead and get into the key moments of the Super Bowl. I think the first, or the most obvious one is receiver throws to the quarterbacks. The one that worked for the Philadelphia Eagles with Troy Burton tossing a touchdown pass to Nick Foles on the 1 yard line, and then the one that didn't work when the Patriots tried to convert with Danny Amendola throwing to Tom Brady and it just hitting his fingertips and all the memes that come out of it, right?
Oh, yes. As a person who is in a house of football fans, I can tell you that there was a lot of buzz when that happened. I was like, dang, that's messed up and everything. Like, I was just like, geez, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? Poor Brady and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that he wasn't going to catch it.
Why is that?
Because it's Tom Brady. You can only win so many times.
Stick to playing quarterback.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
You got to do what you got to do. Don't try to switch it up unless you're the Eagles. And that's what happened.
I think that was kind of like, I don't know, I guess a good foreshadowing of the fact that the Eagles were going to win because, like, the Patriots failed to, accomplish that, and the Eagles managed to. It was like, whoa, looks like the underdog really is going to happen this time. Like, dang. It's pretty intense.
I think that's something that the Eagles were kind of rallying around, like the whole postseason, is the fact that they lost their starting quarterback in week 15 or 16. And then Nick Foles comes in as a journeyman backup quarterback, and they're considered the underdogs, even though they're the first seed in the NFC.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, it was a pretty intense game and everything, because I swear, when the Patriots, when I saw that they were winning, of course, being in a house full of football fans, they were all angry and stuff. They're like, oh, these Patriots,
when they took that lead.
Yes.
They took that lead.
So when I did find out they eventually won, I was like, oh, okay, good. That's good. Thank goodness. And so I don't have to hear the mouths of these Patriot haters and all that.
The ones that are in your house.
Yes. Well, just people in general.
Yeah,
like, man, I was astonished with the Patriots' hatred around here.
What was that, Easy?
Every single person on Twitter.
Every person on Twitter. I think that's fair. I think that's fair too. I think also we could talk about the hate for the Patriots or the Patriot haters down here in Houston, Texas, because they always seem to beat the Texans, and they always seem to beat on everyone in the AFC. And being
that is one thing I am curious about. Is the hatred for the Patriots rooted in the fact that they're so good, or are there more legitimate reasons?
I think it's just the fact that they're so good, and like it gets really boring seeing the same team like every single time, like at the Super Bowl. So it's like, well, no, let's root for the Eagles.
That's pretty ironic. I mean, because people are always going for their certain team, whether it be the Texans or the Cowboys, no matter how many times they lose. I mean, imagine if one year the Texans get really good again, like they were a few years ago, and then next thing you know, they keep going to the Super Bowl every year. Are Texans fans going to get tired of that?
I'm going to flip the script.
Also, I think the circumstances that surround the Patriots, with Spygate that happened a while ago and Deflategate that happened just a couple of years ago.
That they thought we forgot, but no.
Yeah, I think that also plays a role in why the country seems to hate the Patriots. It's like you see those maps, like every year the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, and it's like, who is America rooting for? And like every single part of America, except for like the Northeast, is the opposite color of red, and then the Northeast is red to represent the Patriots.
Jeez.
So, I think it's really funny to see all that happening.
I wonder if that motivates the Patriots to want to win even more, just to piss people off.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure Tom Brady wants a 6th ring just to put on his other hand.
Jeez.
But you got to respect greatness, I think.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for the past 2 decades. So
True.
You got to respect game when it happens, I believe. So
I agree.
So another key part of the Super Bowl was when the Philadelphia Eagles were driving down and Nick Foles was just slinging it. He was a gunslinger almost in the pocket, and he's a journeyman backup quarterback, out-dueling arguably the greatest quarterback in history in Tom Brady. And this guy didn't start until week 15 or 16, and he was a Pro Bowler in 2013 though, and so that's what the Eagles were rallying behind. But the question I want to pose to you is, where do the Eagles and the Patriots go from here? Like from now on, where do you think? Do you think we'll be seeing this again next year, an Eagles-Patriots Super Bowl, or do you think other teams possibly have a chance, or what do you hope to see next year as well?
I think that there's definitely going to be a bit more pressure on the Eagles, but honestly the Patriots too, throughout the next football season, because people are going to be like, oh, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, let's see how good they do this time. Was this a one-time thing? Were they a one-hit wonder? And then people are probably going to be like, oh, the Patriots going to do good again like they always do. But if I had to talk about who I think or maybe hope goes to the Super Bowl next year, I'd have to go with the 49ers, honestly, because I just see them making a comeback for some reason. I don't know why.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, I think
Tom Brady's understudy. Understudy.
I think it's a chance. I think it's a chance I'll give him.
That's a nice dark horse candidate you got there.
Unrealistically, I would hope to see the Texans at the Super Bowl. But,
oh Lord.
Well, I don't know if that's unrealistic.
I think it is.
Deshaun Watson coming back next year. Okay. Deshaun Watson coming back from his injury. He got votes for Rookie of the Year even though he only played in 7 games.
Okay, maybe.
It's
I don't know.
J.J. Watt coming back.
It's
Whitney
a stretch.
Merciless coming back.
Because every single time there's like a comeback, it's like, okay,
there's something.
We're about to come back, and then like 27 people are like, bam, injured. So
half the team injured.
Yeah. I feel like at this point you just got to keep your hopes low and like low-key cross your fingers under the table and hope for the best.
I agree, considering the Texans are not what I would call a likely Super Bowl candidate, but I will admit if the Texans and the 49ers go to the Super Bowl, that would be quite interesting. Yeah. And now I think I kind of want to make a bet on that.
Could you imagine a Texans-Cowboys Super Bowl? Could you imagine how...
Imagine the riots.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine it because of the riots. I would literally leave Texas while that's going on. I'd be like, family in Louisiana, you guys still got an extra house in Shreveport, please? Like, oh God, no.
That would be interesting to see, though, if that actually did happen.
It'd be terrifying.
It's possible that it could. Both teams have the potential to be really good next year. So
yeah,
could be interesting. Keep an eye out for that, I would say.
All right.
So I think moving into the halftime show with your man Justin Timberlake over here.
Justin Timberlake. As you guys should know, I am a big Justin Timberlake fan. I consider the guy to be probably the best artist of at least the 2000s, not the 2010s, but the 2000s. It is not a bold claim. I mean, come on. The 2000s, I think it's bold. The 2000s had good music, but it also had a lot of bad. And out of that good music, there was a lot of JT. The man has released, at that point, had only released 2 albums, and he was freaking great.
That's true.
He had some bangers.
Exactly. In fact, his performance reminded me of why I was a big fan in the first place. He performed all these great songs. There was not one moment where I was like, I'll be back. I want to go get a drink because I don't care about this song. I was like, I like all these songs.
And then also the tribute that he did for Prince. That was cool. The hologram Prince, and then how the camera panned out and it was a purple Minnesota. That's pretty cool.
As somebody that was in a house with a Prince fan, I can tell you that Prince caused a lot of screaming, a lot of fangirling, a lot of tears. I was like, oh my.
Tears.
I bet.
Yeah, Prince fans are, there's something. There's something.
Maybe I'm in the minority here, but the halftime show this year I wasn't all that thrilled with or all that impressed with. But then again, it's just also because I just don't really know a lot of Justin Timberlake's music other than the mainstream stuff. I like him on Jimmy Fallon when he's on there. They're fun together. I think they're like real best friends in real life. So
I mean, I will admit, I'm not going to say this was like the greatest halftime performance in history. I am not completely biased. I am willing to admit flaws.
Yeah.
I think it was a good performance and everything because, you know, it was JT, and I think he did a good job for someone who was on his own and everything, and it was just good for him in general. Because, I mean, let's face it, the guy's getting... I don't want to say he's getting old, but he's getting to that stage where it's gonna be hard for him to reach those high notes and sing as well as he used to, and even do all that dancing.
He's not in his NSYNC days anymore.
Yeah, so for someone who's almost 40 and stuff, I think he did a good job for what he was given and everything.
He did. I think we would be remiss to not talk about the the biggest thing that came out of the halftime show, and that's the meme of the young boy in the crowd when Justin Timberlake walks up and he's on his phone.
I love a good meme.
You love a good meme?
I got to be honest, as soon as I saw that kid doing that, I was just like, you're going to become a meme, and people are probably going to talk bad about you. But it was interesting because I rewatched Justin Timberlake's performance. Don't judge me. And I did see that before the kid was trying to take a selfie, JT was actually taking a selfie with him.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, was the kid trying to take another selfie? Did he get a text message?
My favorite meme of the night.
Oh, he's showing us the boy looking on his phone, and then it's a Google search saying, "Who is Justin Timberlake?" Twitter was so quick with it, like they were with the Lady Gaga halftime show last year. Like when she was sprawling from the ceiling, they were so quick to make that meme real quick.
Yeah, I would say that it only takes a second for a meme to show up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The second that kid showed up doing that, I was like, that's a meme. I don't even have to go on Twitter tonight to know.
Exactly.
He is a meme now.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was funny to see all that happen. But also, from the halftime show, like you were mentioning, Justin Timberlake's dancing. That was what was really impressive to me, is the fact that he could still keep up with all that.
Yeah, like he was doing a good job. Like I was like, he definitely, came from a boy band. He had boy band days and everything.
I wasn't surprised. He knew the stakes of the show, and like he made sure that he got that choreography down pat.
Yeah.
He was practicing for like months, and he made it work.
So, if y'all had a choice of any artist that you could choose, who would perform in the Super Bowl next year, Super Bowl 53?
Jennifer Lopez.
No.
Who said that?
Oh man, that's kind of hard.
Yeah. I mean, my default would be Beyonce. You know what?
That's happened
Again?
already, though.
Yeah, what you mean?
Justin Timberlake did it multiple times, I guess.
You know what I would want to see?
What?
I would want to see Kanye West. And not just because of the music. Imagine the quality memes that would come from that performance.
Is that a factor in Super Bowl performances now? Memes and that they'll generate?
I mean, because realistically,
2018 marketing, guys.
Yeah.
You can hire him and you literally don't know what version of him you're going to get that day.
That is true. That is honestly quite true.
What's your answer, Troylon?
Oh, man, that's kind of hard. But, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I remember when I came to my brother, I was like, guess who's performing this year? And as he tried to name it, he was like, 30 Seconds to Mars, because he knows I like him.
Yes, I love them.
I was like, no, they would never perform at the Super Bowl. Justin Timberlake is. But then I thought about it, and I love 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I'm a big fan. So I'm like, you know what? I think they should, because they have a lot of anthemic songs and stuff. Like, I think they'd be good at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Even though Jared Leto can't sing as well as he used to.
He
But
can still sing, though.
yeah, so I say 30 Seconds to Mars. Bring 30 Seconds to Mars Super Bowl.
Y'all already know what my answer is.
What?
Woo!
Taylor Swift
Oh!
at the Super Bowl.
Oh, what? No, why? What?
Oh, I'm feeling so judged right now.
Oh, God.
Love Taylor Swift.
Are you being serious?
I'm 1,000%.
He's 100%
serious. I can sing all of her songs for you, but I'm not gonna because I don't want to. You don't want to harm the ears of our audience. But yeah, that would be my answer. That's who I want to see.
I feel like if she performed at the Super Bowl, she would definitely have to bring another person, or she'd have a lot to live up to.
Who would she bring?
Who likes
Katy Perry? I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Ed Sheeran might do it with her.
Ed Sheeran would.
I think they
would
need.
be like,
they would need one more person. They would need one more person.
I think that's fair. Stay tuned to see who's performing next year.
Yeah,
it'll be Kanye. Just watch.
If it is,
I'm gonna
mark
be
this point in time.
30 seconds to Mars. I'm rallying for it now.
All right, I think another thing we could talk about are some of the commercials that came out of the Super Bowl this year. It's always something that happens. My personal favorite was the Tide ad, and there were multiple Tide commercials.
Yeah, which one?
He would just be like, "It's a Tide ad," and he was so like upfront about the fact that it was an advertisement that I just found it so funny. He was like, "It's a Tide ad, so it's a Tide ad, so we're looking at the shirts."
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I would say that with this Super Bowl, I think that my favorite commercials were probably. Well, no, my favorite commercial was the Jeep one, the Jurassic Park Jeep one. I love that one because Jurassic Park is my favorite freaking movie.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next Jurassic World, and I love that.
The trailer that came out.
And the effects. And yes, even the new trailer and stuff. Like, there were 3 great trailers that came. The trailer for the new Han Solo movie, the new Avengers movie, and Jurassic World 2. So I enjoyed the movie side of things. That was great.
Me too. I enjoyed those too. Especially the Jurassic World one, because that was just phenomenal, like the way that it was put together.
So ready for this movie.
Yeah,
I'm ready for more Jeff Goldblum, more T-Rexes.
More Chris Pratt.
Hell, it makes me want to go buy a Jeep.
Hey, it worked.
It did.
I have a personal love of Jeeps, so.
True.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if y'all saw, but I don't think it was a commercial for anything, but it was just like the NFL commercial with the New York Giants and the Dirty Dancing skit.
My!
That was so funny. I was dying.
I was like, what is going on here?
It was so funny. I was like, what is this an advertisement for? And it was just for the NFL.
Yeah, I was like, what am I watching?
Well, I guess that's what happens when you only win 2 games in a season.
Oh,
Who said that?
Burn.
Who said that? That was shady. I apologize, but also I don't apologize.
Hey, it is sports. There is always shade. That was Cowboys fans.
True.
Ooh.
Sorry. A little too much shade.
And also the M&M's commercial with Danny DeVito, and he was like, "Do you want to eat me?" I was like, "This is uncomfortable."
It was quite perplexing. I think, lately there's been a rise in Super Bowl commercials that instead of just being funny, they kind of make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They're awkward
They
and
are
stuff.
awkward.
I'm like, what am I supposed to think of this?
Hey.
Like, I remember last year,
Can I leave now?
there was like some freaky one with dogs eating people or something.
Yeah, there was some weird one. There were a lot of odd ones last year.
Yeah, I think.
I think they're just trying to one-up the game and try to stand out a little bit.
Maybe,
which is
maybe.
Also a little cringeworthy. Makes for a few cringeworthy commercials. So I know I kind of already asked this question, but what do you hope to see from the NFL next year? If you had to choose one thing you want to see happen in the NFL, game-wise, policy-wise, anything kind of wise, what do you hope to see? Me personally, I think that it would be fun to see more celebrations like we saw this year. And I think because my favorite one was the Vikings when they did the Thanksgiving one on Thanksgiving, where the dude was plopping, like he acted like he was plopping dressing or something on somebody's plate and the whole line was coming down. I like to see more celebrations, and also I'd like to see someone not named the New England Patriots make it to the Super Bowl. But that's team.
Well,
I also hope that Deshaun Watson comes back and plays like he did last year, because that man was on fire.
I think bouncing off what you said and all with the Patriots and the Eagles and everything, I think what I want to see is honestly more underdogs reaching the Super Bowl and all, because we always see these big people coming up, and it's because they're good. I know, but as much as I have mixed mostly negative feelings about the Texans and stuff, I think it would be nice to see the Texans go to the Super Bowl, because like last year and everything, Houston made a big come back and had a great thing to celebrate from after Harvey with the Astros going to, the big leagues and the playoffs and all that. So I think that it'd be good to have the football version of that, if you will, and stuff.
You might see the Rockets do it this year too.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
That is true. That is true. So it'd be nice to have Houston, have some more things to celebrate and join in that celebration and all that.
Izuh?
I feel like I've been saying this since like way back in high school when I played football, but like I would like to see the refs.
You play football?
Yes. Learn something new every day. But
not bad.
I would like to see the refs like not like let the people play football and not just like every single hit. It's that's a flag. 3 flags on the play. We gotta go back. Like, just let them hit people and play football because like that's what it's about.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. I assume, but player safety is in the mind. But I think when that safety's coming through the middle, you don't know if that dude's gonna duck his head or not. So you're like, where do I hit him? And I think what it's gonna happen is you're gonna start seeing a lot more leg injuries and knee injuries because that's just where we're gonna start hitting, and they're gonna hit with the crown of their helmet to the kneecap, and you're gonna tear ACLs, and it's not gonna be a good experience to see. So.
Side note: this is why I only sometimes watch and write about sports,
yeah.
not play it.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
Well, I'd just like to thank all of you for coming in and sitting in on the first sports talk podcast of the semester.
My pleasure.
Stay tuned for the next edition. I know this semester we're going to have one for campus recreation here with Brian Mills, and we'll possibly be doing some about the Rockets and when baseball season starts, and then March Madness, of course. So thanks for listening in, guys. This is Justin Murphy signing off.